Hey, good morning everybody. I am on Interstate 30 between Little Rock and Texarkana, making my way down to Longview, Texas to deliver a load of sand that I picked up in Gravely, Missouri yesterday, just south of St. Louis. I got rolling out of the shop in Memphis over the weekend. I had a part inside of my fuel transfer pump go bad, and that put me out of service. Luckily it was covered under warranty, and I was able to get some of my tow bill covered. All in all, I don't consider it to be too bad, and the load that I'm on now, it's actually a pretty good load. The only thing that's really bogging me down today, everybody, and last night, is the ice. If you've seen the weather, there's a lot of ice through Dallas, up through Arkansas, up through the Ozarks, and up into the St. Louis area. And I'm going to show you my mirror over here. Can you see all that ice that's on my mirror? That's actually been all over the truck. My trailer is literally coated in a 1/4 inch of ice.
Well, come this time tomorrow, reckon I don't know where I'll be. But if it wasn't for that old sheriff, I'd be back in Tennessee, playing cards and crap games, not looking for the score. And if I ever get back home again, I'll never own no more.
Alright guys, it's been a heck of a week for me. Dead coyote on the side of the road. I am heading down off of Fancy Gap. Boy, you can see a good ways today, but it's not crystal clear. And I hope I never have to use this runaway truck ramp right here. Boy, that'd be scary. Look at those humps right there. That's going to tear your truck to pieces, but I guess it will save your life. But looking out across the valley towards Pilot Mountain out there as I head down the gap here from Virginia into North Carolina on I-77. It's a nice day, 45 degrees, somewhat sunny. Man, I tell you, I've had a heck of a week since the last couple of videos I've put out. Everybody has their little maintenance nightmares. As I posted previously, I had some steering box and steering pump issues. Ended up on a tow truck down to Memphis, Kenworth, because a gear drive in my fuel transfer pump was lost by the mechanic that replaced my power steering pump, and that transfer pump mates to that power steering pump and drives it. So it's obviously a very crucial component. One requires the other. Well, that put me out of service on the side of the road when you saw the short video of me getting hooked to a wrecker. Got that squared away after a 24-hour stay at Kenworth. Luckily, that was a warranty covered item. Ended up going to St. Louis, roughly, and then down to Texas through the ice storm, delivered in Texas, and was heading back up to Tennessee to load for Maryland when I started having check engine lights and stop engine full D rate going on again. Luckily, I was able to get that to clear and get the 20 miles back over to Kenworth again in Memphis. This would have been Wednesday afternoon. I had a harness go bad that goes to the DEF system. They didn't have it, so I had to source that part and get it quicker than their truck could get it in. Finally got out of there Friday afternoon, I guess about 1 or 2 o'clock. Made it over to Knoxville on my way out to Maryland. Luckily, Jerry, my dispatcher, had someone load my trailer for me, so at least I had a load picked up for me while I was at Kenworth. That was decent. I was en route in Knoxville, started getting emissions lights. I'm like, oh my gosh, you can't make this up. Turned around, went back to MHC Kenworth in Knoxville, put the truck on the computer. This would have been Friday night. They got it hooked up Saturday morning. And I had a NOx inlet sensor that was out. Great. Had to go source the part for that because they didn't have it in stock. And I'll tell you guys exactly what I did. The 2 times I needed repaired, rather than waiting 2 or 3 days for the part to come in, I got a rental car and drove to the dealer that had it, got the part and brought it back to get back on the road. So I ran down to Atlanta from Knoxville, got the part at Kenworth, the sensor, brought it back up, and the truck was back up and running at 8 o'clock last night. So I left this morning with a 34-hour reset. No sense leaving any sooner. I can't deliver this till Monday morning anyhow. Now we have to go back and work with the warranty company to get all that covered because it's a warranted item. So that might be a little bit of a fight because the repair has been made, but clearly it's covered. So it's been a very lean couple of weeks for me with these issues, but we're getting through it. We're back on the road and now the truck is running fine. But I will tell you, I did order over the weekend that OTR reset tool with the diagnostics. It was $800, and I'm definitely getting that specifically to clear any codes and force a regen on my truck. So if I have to, I don't have to get hooked to a hook anymore, and I can make it to a dealer. So there's a long, short explanation of my last few days. Since the videos delivering at Hills and Bowling Green and the trailer tour and dry out in Jonesboro, Arkansas. This is 7 days later. I am currently on Route 58 in Virginia, traveling east. I just got on this route off of Interstate 85 coming up out of Durham. I'm on my way over towards Emporia, Virginia, which is at I-95. And then I will be stopping at a Love's out that way to take a 30-minute break and top off. And then I'm going to be making tracks over through Norfolk and out across the Chesapeake Bay Bridge Tunnel. That'll be a pretty cool video. I'm looking forward to that. Good morning, everybody. It is Monday, a very foggy day over here on the eastern shore. I am at the Virginia-Maryland line on Route 13. I think this is like Pocomoke City or something like that. I stopped at this location. There's my truck right there. I'm getting ready to go. But this is I don't know if you can see it, a Royal Farms. Can you see the sign over here? Right there, Royal Farms. Haven't heard of this in a long time. And I made it up here with about 20 minutes left on my clock. Spent the night here. I'm going up to Purdue Agribusiness up in Salisbury to deliver this load of clay, hoping for some success with that. And we're gonna get out of here and get going. I'm gonna get up the road about 45 minutes and get to Purdue, get this day started, and hopefully the fog isn't too bad up the road. I don't think it will be. You can see the moon. So I think if it was so dense you couldn't see, I wouldn't be able to see that. But it is 6:20 a.m. and we're getting ready to roll. So have a good morning. We'll catch you in a bit. Oh, and I'm sorry that the footage across the Chesapeake wasn't the greatest. I felt bad. It was dark and rainy, and I was really hoping for some daylight going across that long Chesapeake Bay Bridge and tunnel. Okay, I am on Route 13 North. Pretty moon out to the west. And I am making my way up to Salisbury. Again, I'm on Route 13. I'll be up here at about 25 minutes or so, but of course I have red lights up through here as I have one coming up. It's a pretty drive up through here. It's a damp morning. It's 40 degrees here in Maryland. But we've got sunrise coming up to the east, and it was supposed to be sunny today when I looked at the weather yesterday, so we'll see if that's going to hold up. And I think the high was going to be about 50 again. But we have some fog, like I said earlier. If you look out across the field, see that nice little layer of fog out there, but I've been able to see just fine to get up through here, so I'm grateful for that. Good morning. I am at Purdue Farms in Salisbury, Maryland. I am going to be unloading into this big white tank right here. And the gentleman that handles the receiving just called me a little bit ago and said we are having a maintenance issue with our tank and we can't receive right now. He said back up, pull it up in here, and we'll let you know when we give you a green light to start unloading. Maybe a little bit, may not, we're not sure, but they are back there working on it. So this is one of the things with pneumatics that we're going to run into, I'm going to run into. It's a little bit different than end dump. At end dump, you can just raise it up, get it off, and boogie. Here, you have to make sure that they're ready to receive the product. That's fine. So I'm going to hang out. I've started a detention sheet, obviously, and we'll see how long it takes them. I kind of don't complain too much about this because it actually gives me time to work on these videos and manage some other things that I needed to, but I really wasn't able to when I was on end dump. Why? Well, because I was always just go, go, go with end dump. That's one of the good things about end dump. With this, there is some downtime waiting. You do get detention for it, and that gives me an opportunity in that time to manage some other affairs, business related, and get that squared away. So I'm going to hang out. I'm going to wait, get started here shortly, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. But right now, this is where we're at, and as you can see, the door is open right here, and they're working it. So quite simply, all I'm going to do is fire up this blower, hook up a line, and start pushing product off whenever they let me know. Bye-bye.